Hello, I'm Maria and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Creative Italian. I'm glad you jumped on here to watch my video. It's been over a month since I've been on here making a video for my channel because I've had artist block and I didn't want to get on here and just do any old thing. Rather something that, could inspire other people or hope I can share some of my techniques that I've used over the years and share them with you so you can create your own projects as well. So anyway, my creative juices are flowing again, once again, thank goodness. If you would like to get notification when I upload a new video to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments to make about my video, if you have questions, if there's something you want to learn or need clarification on, go ahead and leave that in the comments and I respond to everyone. Okay, so let's get started. As you can see, this is the same exact necklace that you saw in the picture on my video here, and it's a unique crochet necklace. Now, if you are brand new to crochet, you have not crocheted before, ever, never, go to the first YouTube channel I did on the basics of a crochet necklace. I would suggest you do that first and try it out, and then come on over here and, do this one. Because I'm not going to be going over the basics, But anyway, this necklace, all it is a series of chain links. That is all it is. Chain stitches, chain links, whatever you want to call it. So it's just that very simple. And as you can see, you've got these cluster of smaller beads that go into a half circle or crescent shape, which I think looks kind of cool. And then the larger bead in between. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing that you'll want, of course, is some beads. And this particular project, this particular necklace that I made over here, it measures 40 inches finished off. The reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to wear it single or double length and easily slip over your head if you want to wear it double. You don't have to make it this long if you don't want to. However, that's how I did it for this particular project. So in order to, if you do want to make it this length, what you'll need is the following. You'll need 14 10-millimeter beads, 78 6-millimeter beads, 2.35 crochet hook, 0.5 millimeter cord. This is a silk cord that I'm using, a pair of snippers, and a ruler, and that's it. That's all you need. Okay, so to get started, go ahead and do a loop. Just wrap the cord around your finger twice. Bring the back cord over the front. Bring the back cord over the front. Bring the back cord over the front and pull. And then tighten it up. Now, basically, I'm just showing you the technique, but I'm not going to do the whole entire necklace in this video because I just don't, it's really not going to be necessary. Basically, you just want to see how I did it, how I accomplished this, this loop, excuse me, how I accomplished, this nice loop that you, half circle set of beads that you get, as opposed to the beads just hanging all the way straight across, which I just think, it's got that hippie kind of boho kind of look, which I really love. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just chain up like maybe 4 times. Whoops. I've already got my loop. 1, 2, 3. So my original loop is 4, and then I chained up 3, so that's 4. okay? So what you're gonna do is, we're gonna add the large bead first, and then come up, bring the cord up, whoops. For some reason it's, wait a minute. It's getting away from me. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's, tighten it up on your first chain right there. Go ahead and tighten it up so that the bead is snug up against the cord, as opposed to having a lot of space at the top of the bottom of the bead. Just, and all you're doing is just, when you make it tight, while you're holding on to the cord underneath the bead firmly, and after you've did your chain, you're just going to move the crochet hook back and forth. That's all you're going to do, and it tightens it up. And then you're going to do 2 more chains, and then go back and forth and tighten it up. Now, I, for myself, always like to tighten it up after I've done my set of chains, only because I can still be inconsistent as far as the way it looks, you know, around the necklace. And so for me, if I want it to be consistent, because I just do that, I just tighten it up on every set of chains, or after I have added a bead on to the cord. Okay, now here's the thing about making this half crescent shape. Very important. If we come up real high and then catch the cord and pull it through and then tighten it up, this will not become a crescent shape. It'll hang straight, okay? I learned that the hard way because I made that mistake. I was thinking if I came up high and then brought it in, it would give it a nice crescent shape. No, it didn't do that. It did just the opposite. So what we want to do here is that when we pull the cord up to, you know, to catch the cord on the opposite hand, we only want to go up as high as where the top of that bead is. And if anything, you can bring it down just a little lower if you wanted to. Okay, so there you go. And then tighten it up. That's 1 chain. And then I'm going to do 2 more chains. 1 and 2, and then tighten it up. Okay, so I'm going to bring the beads down towards my hook here, using my index finger and my thumb in my opposite hand. Bring the cord up just high enough where it gets to where it matches up to the top of the last bead. Catch the cord, pull it in, tighten it up, like so. And then that's 1 chain, and then I'm going to do 2 more chains and then tighten it up. And I've got my larger bead right here. Bring it up. It's the same thing on this bead. I'm going to tighten it up also. And then it's 2 more chains. And then bring these 3 down. Now, it's important too that we want to keep these beads flush. Like, you want these 3 beads to really be bumped up close to the cord and to your hook, so you won't have too much space on either side of the cluster. All right, so see how I'm just grabbing that at the bottom and keeping my fingers close to the bead that's closest to my fingers. I'm just going to keep that tight right there. So I'm going to bring my cord up. Whoop, bring those beads back down. See, they moved a little bit. All right, now bring it in. And then tighten it up. And then 2 more chains. And then tighten it up. Now, look, see this right here? This is this is what I was talking about just a minute ago. See all that space right there, and then right here? It's just too much space. That's because the beads got away from me in my left hand, because I'm a right-handed person. Now what I mean by that, I'm going to show you. What I mean by that is that when I brought the beads up close to the cord and to the hook, when I got ready to add the cord to the hook to pull it in, the beads slid down like that. They slid further away from this area right here. So it's important to be cognizant of that. It's not a big deal, but if you have that happen to you, at least you'll know why it happens to you. See, also keeping the beads a little bit more vertical will help too, to keep them flush down towards the cord. That helps a lot. Now, see, that looks a whole lot better. You don't have so much cord on either side. Oh, hang on. This is coming out. Okay. My hook was coming out of the handle. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that again. So when you bring them in, the beads, make sure that the beads are close. This last bead right here, all of them, or this last bead, you want it to stay flush towards the cord and your fingers, like so. And if anything, bring those beads up so they're a little bit more vertical, so you have a nice tight finish right here. Yeah. And that's my first chain, this is my second chain, and this is my third chain. Same thing when you're bringing in this bead. You want to have the cord just to the top of the bead. Move it back and forth, tighten it up. That's one chain, this is two, and this is three. Okay, and we got three more here. Oh, got it backwards. Let me get this in here. Okay, bring it in. Yeah, and tighten it up. That's chain one. This is two, and this is three. Okay, so we're coming down to the end here. Bring it up. Here we go. Tighten it up. One and two, so you got three chains. So it's three chains between each bead. Now, can you do less chains? Can you do two chains between each set of beads or bead? Yes, you can. But just know that everything's gonna bump up closer. So if you want that look, that's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Instead of having this space in between, two chains in between, it's pretty much going to bump up to from bead to bead. In other words, they're going to be like that. They're going to be real close like that, which is nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm going to do three more chains. And then pull up on the cord that's coming from your spool and snip that. Okay, now because this necklace is so long, I did not use a toggle because it's really not necessary. You're going to double it up where it's single, where it's double, and so there's no, as you can see, there's no toggle on this necklace. Okay, we really didn't need it for something this long. I just don't think it's that necessary, but it's up to you as to what you want to do with that, okay? Now, but here is what I did do to finish this off. What I did, all I did was I took the two ends and I tied them together so that the chains would just be bumped up together, bumped up to each other like this. The chains from either side of the bead. So in other words, it looks like almost one continuous chain is what I did. Bring that up and tie it off. And just make a few knots. That's all you gotta do. And this particular cord is great because the knots are pretty much hidden. And I think it's because of the cord. That's not always the case with all cord, to be honest with you. But for this particular silk cord, that is the case for this, okay? Now, but because the stitching is, you just have a few stitches and it's small, even if it's another type of cord, like a cotton cord, it's not gonna be a big deal, you know. And I say that because, you know, we're not putting a toggle on here. Now, what you could do is, here's what I recommend. If you want to put your knots in and say, okay, I want to make sure it's really, really secure. What you do is, before you cut these long strands, is go ahead and add some super glue or Gorilla Glue. It's that glue that dries really super fast. And just go ahead and just add a little drop here, add a little drop there. Let it dry not like 95%. And then, when it's almost completely dry, take your finger and just sort of smash down on it. Okay, just like that. Smash down. I didn't bring any with me for the project, but I'm just telling y'all that's how I would do it if I had it sitting here on the table, which I didn't bring it. And then just snip those cords and then smash again. And what'll end up happening is those little tiny pieces that you just cut, they will lay down into the cord and be nice and smooth. So anyway, well, that could be a bracelet, couldn't it? I guess it could, but anyway, I just wanted to show you how the technique was done. So there you go. If you want to make a bracelet, that's how you make a bracelet. Let's see here. So there you go. Just a fun boho, hippie kind of looking, organic looking necklace. The great thing is too, is that, you know, you can add a medallion to this or a pendant to it. You know, you just get a lobster claw and add it to whatever you want to hang on here, and put the lobster claw onto your pendant, and then use the lobster claw to just hang it on to your necklace. That way you can take it on and off. I should have brought one of those too to show you, but how I do that. But anyway, okay, so thanks for coming on and watching my video. I hope you'll come back. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to get notification on any video that I upload to my channel. All right, well, have a great weekend. Today is Friday. It is October 1st, and I hope you will have a wonderful evening. Thanks. Bye.